But let's get an insight into what's going on in D Street Chatter. Nimesh joins us to help us out with that. Well, Nimesh, tonight no shocker coming on from the US market, so that's cool.
Yeah.
But how are you reading today's flows?
Extremely lackluster day of trade. That's the way I'll put it. Hardly any information, hardly any flows as well. Even from a flow perspective, I understand there's a very small MOC sell basket. But again, it's going to be very, very selective stock. So nothing much to read into that as well. From a sector point of view, I guess NBFCs have done well. But again, today's move in NBFCs is backed by some FI buying as well. That's the overall flow from an FI perspective. But on the flip side, we've seen some bit of profit booking in metal names. So clearly, there is no direction as to speak, Nigel. And as I said, extremely lackluster. There is no cues coming in from the US market as well tonight. So not much to read into. And even the flows are quite muted.
Let's get to some exciting stuff then, some little masala.
Well, honestly,
what do you have for us today? At least 2-3 stocks you'll have for us. So tell us.
Nigel, honestly, I've struggled to get some chatter for today. But anyway, I've got few, managed to get few. The first one is Sudarshan Chemicals. Well, that stock has been buzzing off late. In fact, some good strong flows as well from larger HNIs is what I understand off late. But again, the street is anticipating a corporate development. Largely a potential overseas acquisition is what the street is buzzing for. So expect something on those lines in Sudarshan Chemicals going forward. The second stock is ITC. After a long time, some bit of buying traction seems to be back in that name as well. So strong buy flows from larger FIs. So expect high delivery volumes in ITC today. On the other side, Power Grid has seen some bit of selling pressure today. So for second day running, there is delivery-based buying happening in Power Grid from large institutions. And so expect high delivery volumes there as well. And the last is Safar Industries. This is interesting, I was reading a note as well from Centrum. They've met the management. The management is quite buoyant about growth going forward. And interestingly, I understand the selling pressure from a large fund seems to be largely over. So it's a thinly traded stock. So the volumes get impacted if there is a large seller, a large buy. But the large selling seems to be largely over in Safari at these levels.
Okay, all right.
Thank you for watching CNBC TV 18 and do follow us on all our social media platforms for news, updates and more.